As DICE continues to remain silent on any news or updates regarding the start of the Battlefield open beta, we have once again been blessed with some information from data miner Temporal on Twitter. This time he found some customization options for the LCMG, and this is what he had for us. LCMG, or the CAC LWAMG customization options in the Battlefield 2042 playtest files. Underbarrel shotgun, subsonic ammo, grenade launcher, which is armor piercing. I've added visual representation of the plus menu as guidance to the infographic. Attachment list, internal names. So if we zoom in, we can see that the barrel has two different options, the factory barrel and extended barrel, but you can also add things like the compensators. We have 3 different options for that. Suppressors. I'm sure that these will have different stats that go along with them. For the underbarrel, you have the grips, the vertical grip, the cobra grip. We're kind of familiar with stuff like that, but you can also slap a shotgun or a bipod or a weapon light or a laser light or even a grenade launcher. I don't think I've seen an underbarrel shotgun attached to an LMG before. That's kind of sweet. For ammo and magazine, we have light extended, medium ammo, medium extended, heavy, armor piercing, and subsonic. And I want to talk about those in just a minute. And of course, we have our sights. Now we have our reflex sights on the left, the fast fire, the vortex razor, and then we have our zoom sights. 1P78, hybrid, HAMR, strike eagle. These are going to be the longer distance type sights that you're going to be using. That is a total of 36 attachments that are listed, and that's a good number. I'm liking what I see, if this turns out to be legit. The ammo types is what I find pretty interesting. How is armor piercing going to affect things? Are we going to be able to use that against vehicles? So like a chopper per se, can we be able to shoot that down if we need to? Because that could be awesome. I also like the scopes that they have listed. It seems like a decent number of options that we have. We know that in previous data mines, we found that the max zoom level is going to be 10 times. So maybe one of these scopes is an exception and we actually get a longer range somewhere in there. But of course, this is an LMG, so probably won't be seeing like a 40 times on this bad boy. But still, maybe we should. Also, the DICE devs on Twitter did say that crosshairs and reticles are going to be customizable in the final game. So I'm looking forward to that. I can't wait to see what people mix up. So I'm going to be going over the balancing of all the different ammo types once we get our hands on the beta. But until then, we just kind of have to speculate. I know that subsonic rounds kind of go without a trace. They don't do as much damage. People can't find you on a radar or see bullet tracers. I know that's how it's been in the past for other games. I don't know if that's exactly what it's going to be like for this game, but we'll see. If we scroll down to the comment section, we actually get some good questions from the community. Like from Nikolai, he said, will we be able to stack a long barrel with a suppressor or compensator? Temper responded with that this is a good question. We're going to need to set the extended barrel as the default loadout in the main menu. Then we can use a suppressor on top of it via the plus menu. This is unfortunately speculation because we don't know how the main menu customization is going to look like. Lone Wolf also chimed in saying that he didn't see any options for stocks for fold or unfold, and Temporal hasn't found any unlock options for stocks. So stocks might just be out altogether. That might not even be an option. And this is probably my favorite one. So will we have attachment plus BF5 specializations? And Temporal says, I don't think we'll see BF5 like spec trees again. And that is just music to my ears. The specializations in Battlefield 5 weapons were not very good. I'd much rather have actual attachments to change how my weapon handles and how I can get through situations depending on my combination of what I had put on there, and not just purchase things from a skill tree. I mean, it's lazy. Come on. Even yours truly chimed in, and I basically said that I didn't realize that you could access all the attachments via the plus system. I figured that you had to select a few attachments for hot swapping inside the match, or was I wrong? Temporal said that my initial assumption is correct. The plus system is limited to a few favorite entries, which you can probably select at the main menu. So this is a good thing. You're not going to be able to access all the attachments at the same time. I'm sure there will be ways to break the game that way, honestly. Having spare attachments set in like a favorites tab or a hot swap bar, that seems to be the best way to go about it. Pick your 3 favorite scopes and just roll on. So if you have a base extended barrel and that is set, you can then throw on maybe a suppressor onto that extended barrel. So instead of the extended barrel taking up that whole slot, you can now combine suppressor with extended barrel, that kind of stuff. That sounds a lot more in-depth than just swapping off different, you can actually make good combinations that way. Anyway, I figured you guys needed something after not hearing much from DICE this past week. The time is growing even closer, and we may even see something from Twitter in the next week. I sure hope so, because the beta is rumored to be next week. Yeah, we have 9 days to go unless something goes wrong. So I'm going to keep my fingers crossed, guys. As more updates hit, I'm going to be sure to keep you in the loop as much as I can. And speaking of customization, we got to talk about character customization in Battlefield 2042. So click the video on your right and let's dig into it.